Hello, my name is Amy, and you are watching Ascension Podcasts. So today me and my dad is going to watch Justin Paul Abraham. He's going to talk about ascension dreams, supernatural dreams. One about an airport, about him in an airport, and the other one about how to interpret dreams. And I hear this video is going to be awesome. So let's get into it.
Awesome. So in this first clip that we're going to watch, Justin teaches us about this dream that he had and how the Lord infuses knowledge into him. In a dream, they missed their flight and because of their baggage, they wanted to hold on to their baggage and then they were late. And then the Lord gave him a revelation that there's new possibilities opening in a timeline for this season. Our new beginning starts today, running for the new and enter into the new mystic realm, new relationships and new connections, and the greatest enemy of the new is the past.
Well, just to say with dreaming, I found that I'm not always aware of what goes on. So there are times where, like all of us, where I'm aware. But what I'd like to say is I do engage that expanded state a lot. So what I have learned is through union, meditation, and engaging heaven and ascending as a lifestyle, it opens up what Paul called, expanded heart. He said his heart was expanded towards the Corinthians. And when you live in that expanded heart, when you fall asleep, you get like sunbeams of knowledge. So you don't even have to have a structured dream. You will have like an infusion of knowledge. And sometimes you'll even have a conversation in your sleep with Yahweh. So I think that changes the dynamic on sleep. But I do have dreams, and they are different categories of dreams. As you know, Tony, you've got this with your categorization of dreams. I have lots of dreams about what's going on in terms of the trends of the earth, trends of the earth and how we should respond to them. So the dream you mentioned there about the airport, this was a cool one. I was flying to South Africa, and we had to catch another flight. And this was really happening now. This isn't the dream.
Yeah.
And we arrived and we missed the next plane because we had to wait for our bags. Okay. So that's the context. We missed the plane. We went to the hotel. There was a group of us together traveling on ministry. That night, I had a powerful dream, and it was about the next age where we're going to. God used this airport situation to teach me. So what he showed me in the dream was we had to catch a plane just like we were doing. We had a choice. If we stayed for our bags, we would miss the plane. Now, in our bags was all the things we love. It wasn't baggage. It was our nice clothes, the things we enjoy wearing, our nice shoes. It was all the things I wanted. It was a roller bag, right? And in the dream, we had this moment where we had to decide, do we let go of the past? The bag represented the past. Do we let go of it to run and catch the train the plane, sorry. Letting go of it was difficult because it was the things you're comfortable with. It's the things you know, it's the familiar. So we decided we've got to get that plane. As we left the bags and ran for it, I looked up at the screen where all the flights and it went, and it all changed and a new timeline appeared. And I saw all these new possibilities and open doors and new probabilities had happened. And the girl that I was with in this dream, she was very much a prophet. She said, our new beginning starts today. When I woke up from that dream, then I knew what the Lord was saying. To catch that plane, that mystic realm, the next age, where we're going, even though what's in our bag has served us well, if we slow down to try and drag that bag along, we're going to miss the new timetable, the new opportunities, the new realm that's opening up. So it was a very powerful dream, because what I like about dreams, so you know this, it's like you're in a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're not just getting knowledge from God. It's like you really experienced it. And I experienced the incredible feeling of running for the new, letting go of the past, letting go of the familiar, letting go of my bag, and that carefreeness, like I holding nothing back. And getting on that plane, I knew represented the mystic realm of God, that we were going to go into new dimensions, new probabilities. I also saw from the timetable, I got infused knowledge that as we pursue the future, new relationships will open. Every breakthrough we have brings new relationships, new connections. So yeah, that was a great dream because it just gave me encouragement just to let go.
Yeah.
Let go. Because, one of the greatest enemies of the new is the past, where we hold on to it. We don't let it go, but we've got to let it go and just run after that next age, and the age of light, the age of wisdom. It's beautiful. So yeah, they're the types of dreams I get.
Wow, that was really cool. I love how he definitely explains things in such a colorful way. But the moment he mentioned the bags and he said that was the past and that we gotta drop it, that was very beautiful, and it's so true. God wants to take us to the next step. Yeah, I thought it was awesome.
All right, Amy. So what really impressed me about this dream is how God is shifting us out of an old dispensation where we have a lot of things that we love. I love what I learned when I was growing up. The Bible schools I went to, 3 different Bible schools, and I loved all of them, all the stuff that I learned. But in this new season that God is taking us into, we have to let go of a lot of things and move into the new. Yeah. I remember when I became a pastor at a church, the very first thing that God said to me is, you need to forget about everything that you've learned, because I've got a very specific blueprint and a strategy and a plan for this church. And you need to let go of that and step into this plan that I have for you.
Oh, amen. Awesome. Let's go to our next one. Now, Justin Paul is going to now talk about interpretation of dreams. And I think that's going to answer a lot of questions. So let's watch.
Yeah, in this session, Justin talks about how to get the interpretation of the dream. Sometimes he gets the interpretation inside the dream, where Jesus explains the dream while he dreams. He also talked about symbolic dreams and practicing ascension while being awake.
I get the interpretation in the dream often.
Yeah.
So I very rarely have a dream where I'm trying to figure out what the dream means. Sometimes this is strange. I know this doesn't happen to many people. I don't know why this happens to me. But sometimes I'll even hear Jesus talking to me in the dream. And sometimes he's answering my thoughts. So sometimes he'll be with me explaining the dream. It's like I'm in a conversation with Yahweh.
Yeah.
And he doesn't shroud a lot of it in mystery for me. I'm blessed.
Now you're just making us jealous. Now it's okay.
I feel jealous of people who have these incredible symbolic dreams. My friend Lorna in Scotland, she has panoramic Daniel type dreams. They just blow me away. So I think we've all got different ways of bringing stuff. Nobody's better than anyone else. I've just got this unusual dynamic where it's like the interpretation's built into the dream.
Yeah.
Really weird. I know I don't come across it often in other people.
It does happen, but it's not that common for sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of lucid dreaming in a way, but it isn't. It's very interesting.
Yeah, it is actually. I guess I've never really thought about that, but I think you're right. It's I think it happens to me that way because I practice ascension while I'm awake.
Yeah.
So I'm already engaging the theta waves, the delta waves, the alpha waves, gamma, epsilon, all these different waves. I'm practicing those waves as a lifestyle, and I'm going into a very dreamy state where God's talking to me, where I feel, like Paul said, beyond myself, extistemi, beyond my body. And because I practice meditation and mindfulness and union and soaking and then ascending, I think I've created a relational fabric where dreaming isn't very different from that. Dreaming just feels like another part of the same relationship. Wow.
No, that was really awesome. God talks to us in different ways in dreams. And it's incredible how he said God was literally talking to him during the dream. And that is so important because that's what it's all about, hearing the voice of God. And I also loved how simple he made it, because I have a lot of friends that are usually very so confused about dreams, and then when they explain it to me, it's like the most simplest thing. It's so logical, like what he said, what we said about the bag, and that he just saw that he had to leave it so he can catch his plane and go in the next step in his life that God called him to. And you know what, that's sometimes how God works. But I love specifically where he says that all dreams are different. Dreamers, people are going to see dreams in different ways. It also depends on you as a person and your calling. So yeah, that was excellent.
Yeah, so what happens to me is I see a lot of visions when I prophesy to people, and also sometimes when I want to ask the Lord for advice on what to do, I would engage the Lord, and then He would give me a vision. And then usually, if I don't understand anything in a vision, I would ask Him, so Lord, what does this mean? What does that mean? I'll ask questions. What about that? I don't see that part nicely. And then the Lord will answer those questions. And so actually, I don't go to a Google or a dream interpretation book. I just go straight to the source of the dream and ask Him directly, what are you saying about this? And Jesus is very willing to take mysteries and to unravel it for us so that we can understand it.
Yeah. So awesome. You hanging out with us. You've just watched Ascension Podcast. See you soon. Bye.